Hi guys, welcome along to another IVHQ Express webinar where today we're going to be talking about everything volunteering in Colombia. We're going to take the top 10 questions that volunteers always ask us and we're going to try and answer them in 5 minutes or less. Today we've got Clover who works with the IVHQ Colombia team. Thanks so much for joining us.
You're welcome.
Okay, so let's do this. Question number 1. There are 2 locations in Colombia that you can volunteer. Where are they?
So we've got a program in Bogota and one in Cartagena. So Bogota is the capital city of Colombia. It has a population of 10 million and it's located quite high above sea level, so you'll expect it to be a bit cooler year round. Whereas Cartagena is on the Caribbean coast, so it's quite a lot warmer.
Now in terms of actual safety, is it safe to become a volunteer in Colombia?
Yes, so in Bogota you'll be accommodated in a really safe neighbourhood. You're also accommodated within a gated community. In Cartagena, the volunteer house there is also located in a really safe area. When you arrive at the airport, the team will be there to meet you and they'll take you back to the volunteer accommodation.
So what's the actual accommodation like?
So in both Bogota and Cartagena, volunteers are accommodated in volunteer houses. These are both really handy to shops such as supermarkets, fast food chains and pharmacies.
Solo travellers, if you're going to be travelling to Colombia alone, is this program suitable?
Yeah, so this is a great one for solo travellers. Because the volunteers are all accommodated together, it makes it really easy to plan weekend and after volunteer hours activities.
Now obviously you're going to have a bit of spare time on the weekends, so what's the main thing that volunteers choose to do while volunteering in Colombia on the weekends?
So in Bogota, volunteers often take the gondola up to Monserrate to get a whole view of the city. They'll go on the graffiti tours or they may head out to the Salt Cathedral. In Cartagena, they'll often spend their weekends at the beach or at the local food markets, or they'll head to the old town.
And during the week, obviously you're there to volunteer, so how do you get to and from your placement every day?
In Bogota, the childcare placement is in walking distance from the volunteer house. On all of the other projects, volunteers will share a taxi, and the same goes for Cartagena.
And can I take part in a range of different projects in Colombia?
Yeah, so at the start of each week, the coordinators and volunteers sit down and they sort of map out which projects they're going to take part in. So it means that if you want to, you can take a part in a range of different projects.
Now obviously you're going to need a criminal background check to be able to volunteer in Colombia, so what's the easiest way to be able to get a criminal background check?
Cool, so you can head down to your local police station and they will likely be able to issue you a local level background check. Otherwise you can hop onto our website and we've got some handy links for you to help you get one online.
With other volunteers, how many other volunteers are actually on the program with you?
So the volunteer houses accommodate up to 25 volunteers at any one time, so you can usually expect between 10 and 25 volunteers on the program.
And last question, when can you actually start volunteering in Colombia? What are the start dates?
Cool, so the start dates are the 1st and 15th of each month, so just remember to arrive in country the day before your program starts.
Too easy, and there you have it. 10 questions, hopefully we've done that under 5 minutes here today. If there is a question that we've missed or you still got a couple of questions, you and your team ready to have a chat about volunteering in Colombia?
Yeah, sure, just give us a call here at the office or you can send us an email.
Sounds good, and thanks guys again for joining us for another IVHQ Express webinar. We'll see you again next week.